Garage Talk. It's sort of like a regular episode of Tim's Enthusiast Garage, but it's me and my garage talking. Well, hello, enthusiasts. I hope this is the first of many conversations we have like this. I'll get right to the point. I want to make this video a quick 10 to 15 minute video that can hopefully change lives. I mean, that might be hyperbole, but it's not intended to be hyperbole. I recently got a message from a subscriber. He said something that was really concerning to me. And what he said was that he didn't think he would ever own a house, or he didn't think he would ever be able to own the kind of cars that I own. And that kind of scared me a little bit. First off, just from looking at his account, he's a younger guy. So I totally get the feeling that you would have of, man, I'm never going to get there. I'm never going to get there. But I wanted to take a moment and say, look, I think most of us, or not most of us, but many true enthusiasts really started from the ground up. My first car was $1,800, and it wasn't all that long ago. So I wanted to take a moment and basically lay out for you how I did it. Now, this works for me. It may not work for you, but it's one of those things where I think if I give you this information, it can't hurt to try. First, I think you need to set a budget. You need to say, how much money do I have for this first car that I'm going to either buy as a collector or buy as a flip to get to the next car? And my recommendation is that you would buy a car to get to the next level. So step one is, what's your current budget? Step two is going to be identifying your area of expertise. Now, I'm talking more specifically here, what kind of cars do you really understand? And that can be anything from literally, if your budget's $500, it could be old Volkswagens, or cars that don't, like a Jaguar XJS that doesn't run, or pick a variety of things here. But pick that area where you think you have expertise, you understand the car. Now, when I say expertise, I don't mean you need to know how to strip it down and repair every aspect of it. If you're a younger enthusiast, that's a situation where you might be at the beginning of your journey, and those are things that you can learn along the way. But once you've identified that area of expertise, that's going to give you a sort of a broad outline of what kind of cars could work for you. And once you've identified that, I think it's time to move on to step three, which is, what's the car? Pick the car. Pick a suite of cars that maybe could work for your first thing to pick up. For me, it was Volkswagens. And I think Volkswagens still represent a pretty great opportunity for enthusiasts in that they're plentiful. They're just interesting, and in some cases rare enough that the car that you pick could be potentially valuable to someone else. So that's a car you could buy and then flip. So once you've identified that car, you can start looking for cars that fit that area. Now, where are you going to look for that car? You're going to look at you're going to go to club events. You're going to go to auctions. You're going to look at Facebook Marketplace. You're going to look at Craigslist, and you're going to kind of make it your job to find the car. Once you've found the car, and that's going to be where you develop the next step, which is being able to either haggle or understand the car that you're looking at. So you're going to go and you're going to look at this car. It could, like I said, it could be at an auction. It could be a private seller. It could be a variety of different places. But you're going to need to be able to go, and you're going to need to be able to meet with someone and discuss the car. And you're going to need to know what you're looking at a little bit. Part of the ability here to sort of make money or to make a good purchase comes in the fact that you, like I said in the beginning, have some expertise, and you're going to need to know what you're looking at. So once you've identified the car and you say, this is the car, this is the one that there's a lot of value here, or this is the car I've been looking for. And I always had a really good luck when I understood what I was buying, when I understood the car, and it was a car that basically was a car I would collect, or a car I wanted. Because when you have that car, once you've acquired the car, say it's a Volkswagen Corrado, for example, and you've got a great deal on this Corrado, you then now know how to go on to the next step once you've acquired the car. And then that next step is sort of building value or recon. We can call it one or the other. When you build value, you're going to go through the car and make it better than it was before it came to you. Now, that can be mechanical, that can be physical, that can be PPF or paint, or a variety of different things that you can add to the car, but you're going to add value to the car. Then once you've added value to the car and you've enjoyed the car, you're going to remarket the car. So that's the next step, is sell the car. You're now going to, because you're an expert in the car and because you've reconned the car and all these things have now happened, you've made the car the best version that you can make it. And now you're going to sell the car. You're going to sell the car for more than what you paid for it. And hopefully a multiple of, say on a Corrado, maybe you were able to buy that car for $3,500. You've added so much value to the car that you're now able to sell that car for, say, $14,000. You market the car. You could maybe market the car through friends. You could market the car through somewhere like Cars and Bids or Bring a Trailer, or even on Marketplace, or even on some Facebook forums. And you're going to market the car as now an expert. You're going to know the background of the car. You're going to have built a really strong case for the car. And then you've sold the car. The next step is getting to the dream. And now you're going to start back at the beginning, but you're going to say, okay, you know what? I've proven to myself that I can do this. And now you're going to set the goal. What is the goal? Is the goal to have a Ferrari 458 or a Porsche Cayman S, or whatever? I mean, really, these are all European things, but it could be something American, maybe a Mustang GT, really anything. But now set that sight, I would say, kind of high, and you're going to start over. You're going to go back and do it again. And that's honestly what I've done. I grew up poor. I've said this many times, but I grew up poor. I did not grow up with a lot of opportunity, but I did grow up with a passion for cars. And I stayed in reading about cars, learning about cars, loving cars, and it made me able to do what it is that you too can do. And I'm not selling anything, I'm just purely telling you, here's the setup, you can do it, so let's do it. And that's really purely kind of it. I hope to do more videos like this, because I think, I've felt more, and I've gotten more emails from you lately, almost like it's like some of you don't feel like you can join me on this journey. The point is, we're supposed to all be on the journey. Some of my friends have 60 cars, and the value of those cars is $1 billion. I mean, that is not what I've got. I mean, I have this BMW motorcycle and this Ferrari, and these were all things that I had hoped one day I could have. And again, I started with smaller things, in some cases even selling wheels and lights and pieces of cars to get a whole car. And I just wanted to encourage you, you can do that. Follow these steps and share it with a friend. This is free advice, and I think it's been good advice for me. These are things that I've learned over the years of being an enthusiast, and hopefully you can be an enthusiast with me. And let's go on this journey together. Thanks for watching. I hope you watch my other videos, and I hope you subscribe.
Yeah, it was my first car. Felt so alive for the first time. Felt so alive, so alive, so alive. Felt so alive, so alive, so alive for the very first time. So alive, so alive, so alive. Yeah, that was my first car. Yeah, that was my first car. Y'all remember it? Yeah, that was yours.